a special guest on the podcast today, Jackson. Say hi, Jackson.
Hey, what's going on?
Jackson is the creator of Dallas Brew Cruise, which is a Dallas-based coffee group who loves networking and coffee. They have monthly meetups at various local coffee shops in DFW. And we're really excited today to talk to Jackson about how we started it, what it's like, and specifically what's his go-to coffee order. So to kick us off, Jackson, tell us a little about yourself and Dallas Brew Crew and how to get started.
Oh my gosh, yeah, so excited to be here. So I started it around this time last year. I did it as a way of getting to meet new people, but for a while it was every Sunday I made it a ritual to myself to wake up, try out a various coffee shop throughout the DFW area. We are so lucky we live in a great metroplex that has so many local coffee shops to try out. And so I was like, why don't I mix that with getting to meet new people as the extroverted self that I am? And so I decided to create the group. We meet once a month. It's new people every single time, and it's just absolutely fantastic. It's so great. And we're getting to support local business, so it's even better.
We definitely are big supporters of this group. Such a great idea, such a great way for people to get to know each other in the area, which is fantastic for people who are trying to make new friends, meet up with people. So you said about a year now. Very exciting. So you've done almost 12 meetups?
Yes, we just had our 10th one this past week, and our next one is in March on the 22nd. We're going to Common Good. It's over in East Dallas. It's really great.
Fantastic. Great plug, by the way.
Yes.
Which meetup has been your absolute favorite so far?
Probably the first one. We did it at Union in Oak Lawn. I was very nervous because I was like, I don't know what the turnout is going to be like. I was super nervous. I got there like 45 minutes early. I had name tags for everyone. I had markers. Like I was ready to go. And I think we had about 40 people show up. And so it was really cool. And it was in April, so that when your anniversary is coming up in April. But I was really worried about the weather. I was like, is it going to be cold? Is it going to be raining? We don't know. But it ended up being so great. And it's always interesting. Like I have a lot of my friends that come to it, but then also there's a lot of new people that I've never met before. And it was like, how did you find out about this? That's always my favorite thing to hear. And they're like, just Instagram. That's how I found out. And I was like, that's crazy. It's so exciting.
Oh, we love the power of social media. What time are your meetups usually at?
So I typically do them on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Which for some people that's a little early. But I have a method to my madness, I promise. I want to think of the coffee shop. I don't want us all to show up during their peak times of like 10, 10:30, 11. So I try and do it a little early just so we're not waiting a long time for our drinks. We have time to chit chat before it gets super crazy, and then it gets done and everyone has the rest of their day to enjoy.
Yeah. Do you have any moments, or when you have the meetups, was it a little surreal just sitting there and being like, wow, everyone is literally at this coffee shop because of me?
Yes, it was crazy. Yeah, just seeing them, I was like, who would have thought? So, but it's so great. We have people that come back month after month and stuff, and so it's just so great. Yeah.
No, I mean, you built up something very great. And just to, bury the lead here, no, steal the punchline here. David, Jackson, and I actually already did like a little meeting last weekend because we wanted to get to know more about it. So we have a lot of great foundations that we're going to probably ask you a couple of the same questions.
Okay.
But one thing that you and I bonded over when we did have our first meetup was which is so nice to meet someone who has the exact same coffee order as you.
Yes.
Especially with the very polarizing milk choice that we have. But what is your go-to coffee order?
Okay, so it's really extravagant. It's really crazy. It's a cold brew with whole milk. A very small splash of whole milk. Very small splash.
Yes,
so.
Exactly. And it's so hard to get that ratio right. I'm sure you learned.
It really is.
Yeah.
If it's a really light brown, no, I can't.
Yes, exactly. Like when you're looking at the palette, you need something on like the darker end. Absolutely.
Yes.
Which means our birthdays are one of our favorite things ever, and we go big or go home. And just to let everyone at home know how truly entrenched coffee love is into your life, you told us an amazing story about your birthday, and I would just love to so what did you do coffee related for your birthday last year?
Yeah, so I turned 29 back in December. Woo! And I know my last year of my 20s.
Enjoy it.
I know. But I had all of my friends. They're an amazing group of people, just genuinely so incredible. I made them all show up to a coffee shop on a Sunday morning. I did it at 10 a.m., not 9 a.m. So. And it was great. We went to Toasted off of Ross. Shout out to them. They are incredible. If you ever need a great place to host an event, they were incredible. I did bribe everyone with breakfast tacos because I was like, you are showing up early on a Sunday morning. This is the least I can do. But the best part was, I don't know if I would say it's the best part, but it ended up being during the Dallas Marathon. And so let's just say, like I said earlier, my friends are truly incredible because they did whatever it took to get there, even if it means quite literally walking through the Dallas Marathon. And it was great.
That's real true love. And also Jackson showed us these photos where you did personalized coffee cups, or
yes.
No, the sleeves.
I did sleeves, and I might have brought y'all some.
Shut up!
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so exciting. Okay.
Jackson!
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna take
In
a
the
photo of
flesh.
this. Yeah.
This is actually so sweet.
Literally,
Yeah.
look at the Touche Insta because these will be posted by the time we post this. These are so fun.
I love this. That was literally what I wanted to ask about, was the sleeves.
I told all my friends, I was like, I have a little surprise for y'all, but I didn't want to tell them what it was. And so when they showed up and they got their coffee, I slid it over to them. And I got mixed reactions of, oh my god, this is so cute. And then, oh my gosh, this is so on brand for
For sure.
Yes to both.
Okay, you throw a good party. I really respect that, which is why you are the perfect person to be planning these coffee meetups.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I want to note, I appreciate how considerate you are with the coffee shops.
Yes.
Like, the fact that you're considering their foot traffic, like how much work they're going to need to do with all the coffees, like that is such a wonderful thing. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice.
Yeah.
I always like to reach out to them. 99% of the time they say yes. They're very happy to host us. And then I go usually a few weeks before, I'll see what parking looks like because we live in Dallas and parking can be a little crazy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I check out parking, all that kind of fun stuff too, to make sure it's easy for everyone to enjoy.
Wait, I am curious though, this wasn't on our list, but have you had someone say no before, and what was their reasoning?
I
You don't
haven't,
have to include this.
it wasn't necessarily a no, I think it was the date that I suggested.
Mm.
Like this past one we just did in February, we were going to do it the day after Valentine's Day, but they had an event going on, so they asked us to do it the following weekend, which I was like, yeah, sounds good.
Got it. I mean, who would turn down business and friendship?
Yeah.
I always tell them, I was like, it's super casual, we don't need anything, like we're
Yeah.
literally just
We're just spending
showing
money.
up
We
and
give you money.
yeah, I was like, I just want to be as considerate as possible, and we want to like shout y'all out and everything, and usually everyone that goes, they'll post about it and stuff,
Right.
and so I think that's great too.
For sure.
Sure, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think as a coffee boy, we're very, very curious about, and honestly, maybe this is so we can feel a little bit better about our like weekly activities, but what does your weekly coffee intake look like? And then also coffee at home during the week,
Yes.
but like what does your weekly coffee budget look like as well?
So I do this, I've been doing this for maybe like 2 or 3 years now. It's called Treat Yourself to a Little Treat Friday. I tell all my friends, I'm like, whatever that means to you, do it today, especially on like a Friday, because it's the end of the work week, beginning of the weekend, and so that's usually when I treat myself to get coffee, not at home. And so I usually go by my tried and true Miss La La Land. She's the best.
Oh, yes.
And so, yeah, it's like, that's like my little treat myself, so.
Yeah. Do you have a specific machine, or are you just like grinding on your own?
I started out with a Keurig, and Keurig was great, and then I graduated up to an espresso, and I have never looked back. Their coffee is truly incredible.
Yeah.
And whenever I got my espresso, it came with like a variety pack of single espresso pods, double espresso pods, coffee, everything like that, which is great for someone that's either being introduced to coffee or someone that's new to Nespresso just in general, which I think is great. And so I was actually able to find my favorite pod, which is in there. It's the Audacio pods for coffee, and then Il Cafe, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, for espresso pods, which I really like.
Have you, so as someone who like loves caffeine as well, and specifically coffee, I, can drink it till like 9 p.m. and then go to bed at 1 a.m. or like midnight. Have you had any issues with like hosting coffee? Do you have any strict rules around like when you can stop consuming caffeine? How do you balance running the Dallas Brew Cruise and still getting 8 hours of sleep a night?
I try and be really disciplined with myself and not drink caffeine past around like 11 a.m. or noon. obviously sometimes that isn't always the case. But usually like when I work from home, because I work from home during the week, I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and I usually wait about an hour and a half after I wake up. Trying to be a little health queen over here. But yeah, I usually just have 1 cup a day. It has gotten to the point sometimes at like 3 or 4 p.m. I'm like, my gosh, I could really go for a cup right now. But I know I was like, I will not be able to sleep at night that night. So I just like power through, maybe drink like a poppy or something as a little sweet treat, and a sweet treat. So
yeah, I mean, your discipline is very inspiring. And you obviously